To everyone new and everyone returning, welcome back aboard the home of the Hype Train and its dedicated football team, Hype Train FC. The team's penultimate Sunday League fixture in 2021 saw the team return to cup competition in the third round of the Berks and Bucks FA Sunday Trophy, where we would host Wraysbury FC on Sunday the 28th of November 2021 down at Calcot Recreation Ground. The last 32 of the competition, which is a cup competition for teams in the Sunday League pyramid outside of the top divisions, saw us compete after a 3-0 home win against Bass FC in the first round and a 3-1 home win against Reading United in the second. The travelling side from Wraysbury were decked out in their red and black striped kit, which meant that we were able to wear our home navy blue kit from Kitlocker. We had Jake Holloway returning in goal after a few months out due to injury, and whilst we had the game against Pundit FC the day before in a 7-4 win in BBFA's Premier Division, we decided to stick with a 5-3-2 formation that worked as well. We started with wing backs with Collins Akemchi and Stuart Stannard on the right and left respectively, whilst in a back three we had Chris Marshall and Robert Austin, either side of club captain Vincent van Lembergen. In central midfield we had George Holloway and Gino Izzo in the centre of the park, with Calcot Jones once again in the attacking midfield role behind Phil Newport and Leon Mannion in attack. For the day we had a decked out substitutes bench with Waleed Zaki joined by John Watkins, Sam Padden and Callum Fox-Spence. Ahead of kickoff, if you follow the team, don't forget to hit the like button as well as subscribing to the channel for more action from the train, and you can also find out more about the club by visiting our main website hypetrainfc.com and by visiting our parent website over at thehypetrain.co.uk for more from the Hype Train. Early doors saw Wraysbury have a lot of opportunities to potentially open the scoring in what was a competitive county cup game. The ball here falls out to Wraysbury on the left hand side, their ball falls out to their player and Jake makes a point blank save, then the shot comes back at him again and he makes an even better second. My heart's racing at left centre back as the ball is flicked on by myself after a long throw. It beats absolutely everybody, you don't know where it's going to go, and then Wraysbury aren't able to keep the ball in. From a set piece now, Wraysbury are trying their luck here from all and every means. The ball is good, but the header's not, as the game remains 0-0. Having withstood some early pressure, a goal kick from Jakey here beats everyone before Phil is the one that wins the head. Leon then chests on before feeding in Phil with a nice ball over the top. Phil races onto his own pass. He fires in an acute angle, meaning that the team have a 1-0 lead against Wraysbury.
Right on, Leon, great ball, mate.
It's about time we got into the game, and from Wraysbury's own kick-off here, Leon's doing really well to put the squeeze on with Phil. Wraysbury eventually have to clear their lines before the ball comes back out to Calcot Jones here. Leon does well to use his strength to beat off a man. He's then got one-on-one with the defender. He puts him on his arse. Leon takes a shot and the goalkeeper makes the save.
Keep up, Leon, that's great.
Getting into a good rhythm in the first half, Calcot Jones is fed the ball by George Holloway after winning the ball. He picks out Phil Newport on the right, who's able to stride in at goal. He takes a touch, he takes a shot, and the goalkeeper makes a good save at his near post. At the other end of the pitch, Wraysbury have a set piece here that they've taken a while to line up. It hits the wall and a second opportunity comes back out to them, but it's hit wide of the mark. One eventually would turn into two, and it starts with a Wraysbury throw down the left hand side. They're able to get out their own penalty area as Chris Marshall does well to win possession. He flicks a header on towards Calcot Jones. The number 12 has a lot of time here to pick out his next pass, and he eventually finds Gino Izzo. Gino takes a lot of time before feeding in George Holloway down the right. George scoops in across. Leon wins the head. The ball bounces. It hits the stanchion of the goal on its way in, and the team have a good 2-0 lead. Left wing back Stuart Stannard does excellently here to rob Wraysbury of the ball in a dangerous area for the team. Leon is quick to the mark to fire across to Phil, but the goalkeeper makes a good comfortable save. Now you're about to see something that really shouldn't have a place on the football field, and it starts when Gino Izzo is competing with the ball for his opposite Wraysbury player here. Gino wins the ball before flicking it away. Their player then rashly comes in on the back of Gino, studs up right down the back of his leg. He doesn't even get a yellow card as we win a free kick. From the resulting free kick, Chris Marshall delivers in a set piece to the edge of the box. It's gone out to George Holloway, who turns and shoots, and it's over the bar. Colin Sekemchi at right back has an opportunity to throw into Leon. Leon does well to chest the ball down to Phil. Phil's got a shot on, he takes a shot, it comes back out to Callum Parr, who then takes a shot of his own. George Holloway picks up the ball with the attack still in play here. He's then fed Leon, who then takes a shot. The goalkeeper only parries it out to Stuart Stannard, who lofts the ball into the net. It's been a great goal scoring weekend for left backs. Now in the second half, going from left to right, the team in blue are putting more pressure on here as there's a bit of a back and forth hot potato with the ball. It's bobbling around midfield with Wraysbury eventually winning the ball. Chris Marshall does excellently to intercept before Callum Fox picks up in midfield. The ball is fed out to Phil, who then has Callum Parr-Jones running off of him. Wraysbury are unable to clear it as Callum takes it onto his left. He smashes into the roof of the net and we're starting to get an unassailable lead as we're heading into the last 16 of the competition. 4 could have easily been 5 when Leon feeds in Phil. He runs off a defender, through at goal, he puts the ball in the net, it's offside and it's unlucky. Off the ball and off the camera, Wraysbury get themselves down to 10 men after confronting the referee time and time again. One of their players gets 2 yellow cards and what it leads to is more opportunities like this, with Leon being fed excellently by Callum Parr-Jones, though their goalkeeper makes a good save with Leon's right-footed shot. It was all the team now as we're switching over to our Canon camera with the final moments of the game here. Waleed Zaki has the ball down the left hand side. He runs the player before eventually coming back onto his own right foot here. The ball eventually comes back out to Georgie, who then fires in a cross. It comes into the middle of the goal here. Phil takes a touch, he heads on. They were unable to clear our lines here. The ball is staying on though as it's gone down the line. We're able to keep it in as Sam eventually keeps the camera up with the play. It's gone out to Pads at the edge of the box, who then feeds out Callum. Callum plays into Jono, who then whips in a cross. It's done well by the Wraysbury defender before the second cross is connected. Now down the left hand side at left back, myself Rob has a throw in. It goes into Phil here, who then plays into Waleed. Phil picks up the ball again before striding in at goal. He's got a lot of time here on the ball as Wraysbury aren't closing him down. There's a cut across, Pads takes a shot, Jono finishes the effort. He's ruled offside, though as you can see the far left hand side, their left back's playing Jono on. The day was rounded out by an excellent team goal. We have actually cut out about 30 seconds of passing here as the team have made about 30 passes before scoring our goal. Wraysbury aren't doing anything, but they're not putting the pressure on. They're happy just to see out the game. Chrissy here plays across to Callum, Callum across to Stuart before it comes out to myself at left back. I feed in Field, number 11, who's got time to turn. He's got a little bit more confidence to take on a couple of men before feeding Waleed down the left hand side. Waleed has a lot of time before he cuts a ball across the box. The cross is evading everyone. Pads picks the ball up, he takes a touch away from goal, a second to set himself and a third to fire into the net. It's a great goal to round out the team's action on the day. And just so you can see Pads' final goal for the club, Waleed does really well here to cut back. Pads does well to pick up the ball. There's a good touch and a great finish, and it's a good way to end the game. With the full-time whistle blown, the team put in a 5-star performance as we glided past 10-man Wraysbury on our route to the last 16 of the competition, with goals at hand by Phil Newport, Leon Mannion, Stuart Stannard, Callum Parr-Jones and Sam Padden. Next up for the team in the last 16 of the competition, we were away to Giveback FC's first team, who were in RDSL Division 1 at their academy pitch behind the Dome in Reading. Up next for the team, we remained with Sunday League action and as well in Cup competition as we went away to Reading United in the quarter-finals of the John Lustard Cup. Until next time, believe the hype.